Hey there, YouTube. Just wanted to go over something else about survival skills and home defense and stuff like that. Firearms. If you're going to go out on an extended period of time, hiking, or if you're bugging out, especially if you're big into EDC or everyday carry, I would recommend having a firearm. If you can get a concealable carry or open carry pistol permit, I would definitely do that if you're into protecting yourself and your family. The pistol that I'd recommend is a Glock 19. Glocks are carried by state law enforcement, and they're very reliable, and they're very, very effective at defending yourself. Grandfather's state police officer, as well as my uncle. My uncle's actually on SWAT. He's a sniper, and both of them love the Glock. They live by it. And 45 caliber is usually the best way to go, but you can get 9mm. Personally, I think 45 caliber is a lot better to defend yourself. 9mm lighter ammunition. Still, 45 caliber is what I'd go with. Also, for your home defense, I would recommend a pump action Mossberg shotgun, 12 gauge, or any sort of pump action shotgun. I think is your best defense for your home in times of crisis. It's good for close quarters, obviously, but you can also double that as a hunting weapon too. You gotta put food on the table. Shotguns are very reliable, especially Mossbergs, and I would also recommend having a 22. They're cheap. You can find them for $150, and the ammunition is really cheap too. You can become really effective with a 22. You can hunt deer. I got a 22 as well. It's a Winchester. It's a very old model. Got a little sniper scope on there. You can hunt deer, coon, rabbit, squirrel, anything really small, or anything within close range. There's talk about 22s being effective up to 400 yards. I don't think people realize that you have to be aiming probably about there to hit something at 400 yards effectively. And also, finally, so you've got your handgun, your pump action shotgun, and your 22. I would recommend a high powerful rifle with a scope on it to defend yourself. I would go with a Mosin Nagant. I don't know if anyone is familiar with those. It's a surplus military weapon coming out of Russia. They're reliable. The kick is moderate. If you're not used to having a kick on your shoulder, I think a Mosin Nagant is a safe bet to go. It's not going to be like a 22 where you can't feel it, but it's also not going to be as much of a jump from a shotgun. So I would recommend a Mosin Nagant or a Savage rifle, Savage bolt action, and definitely get a scope for it. And I think you'll be set for any situation. Handgun for your everyday carry, and also urban environments, shotgun for the urban environments, hunting, personal defense in your home, the 22 for hunting small game, and maybe just warding off someone who's creeping around your property in times of crisis after shit hit the fan. I'm not recommending by any means you see a guy creeping around your property, you just go shooting at him. It's not what I'm saying. But if it came to that, if you're in post-disaster time, maybe that would be an effective means to go. But if you can call 911 and get somebody off your property, do that first, please. Don't shoot at him. I mean, if he's threatening your life and he's on your property, and 911's going to be there in 6 minutes, maybe resorting to lethal force is your best bet. Anyway, and then finally, your long-range, high-powered rifle, the Mosin Nagant, for sniping. I mean, I'm a big-time sniper fan. I've got my own ghillie suit. I've got my own camouflage suits. I can put some reviews up on how to make a ghillie suit and actually a lightweight stalking suit. It's not necessarily a ghillie. It's got a lot of effective means for stuffing in natural foliage into it and kind of keeping a low profile, breaking up the human form when you're out in the bush, but it's not really a ghillie suit. But I believe those weapons will be effective in defending yourself in any situation. So that's my take on firearms. I'm also a big supporter of our Second Amendment. Any gun haters out there are probably not going to like me, but I could also do a review on how guns save lives. Guns take lives as well, no doubt about it. There are a lot of bad people out there when they get their hands on weapons and they want to kill you and they have a firearm. It's easy to blame the firearm, but I mean, you place a firearm on a table and you say kill, maim, hurt, it's not going to hurt you. That's actually from a cartoon. I think it was American Dad, and I think it's a good illustration of how it's not the guns, it's the people who get their hands on them. But I think if there's an old saying, a polite society is a armed society, or maybe it's the other way around. But I think if you actually look at the numbers, places that have the loosest gun control have the lowest crime rates. And I think there's a direct correlation between criminals understanding the fact that the public is armed and they're not going to take any BS. And criminals are smart people. Criminals are human. They don't want to lose their lives if they can prevent it, and they're not going to try and rob you if you have a big Glock on your side. That's just my take on personal defense and firearms. Leave me a comment, like the video, and feel free to critique, tell me what I can do better in other videos. So thank you very much.